Yes. Hey, Roscoe.
What's up? What's up, Roscoe's?
Welcome to the Roscoe's Tavern viewing party of RuPaul's Drag Race Allstars 10. Who's ready for a talent show?
I'm ready. Yeah. Let's have a seat.
Yeah, while we have a seat, let's bring our guest in all the way from RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10. Make so much noise for Aja!
Welcome.
Wake it up, wake it up.
Keep it going for the one and the only, Jorgeous.
We're matching. Hello to Chicago. Oh my God, how we doing tonight? Well, yes.
Welcome, ladies. How are you doing?
Girl, we just smoked a little piece of blunt right now.
Okay.
So if you see us looking cross-eyed, then that's why, okay?
Listen, I'm just alive, but at what cost?
That's true. Okay. The girls are looking pickled and plucked.
Yes.
What should we expect from this talent show tonight?
Life, death, purgatory,
No, I'm ready to get into
Mistress.
it. Oh, baby.
God.
Girl, oh,
We will definitely touch base there.
I'm so ready. I'm so happy that you guys are here. And Aja, especially Aja, you haven't been here in how long?
What's today?
Today? It is 2025.
Oh, 6 years. 6 years.
6 years. Welcome back.
Back
Yeah.
West Coast Chicago. Roscoe's, we're getting crazy tonight.
I love it. I love seeing you both on the screen. You two have been two of my favorite, especially the confessionals, by the way. So if y'all are ready, let's get this shindig started. Yes? All right, Mikey, let's do it. Okay. So much to unload right now.
wow.
First things first, let's talk about the drama, the animosity between you and that sweet little gal, Mistress. Tell us, what can you tell us about how that went down? Was it that dramatic or was it more dramatic than that?
Child, y'all know I'm only going to talk real shit. So, since we got there, first of all, I think it was even a little bit before we got there, Mistress just loves to play games. She loves to, it's all fun and games with her. I don't think she really has bad intentions. I just think she just takes it too far. Girl, from the moment we got there, I was like her I guess, chosen victim because she was just, do you remember that first Untucked? Every 5 seconds, she was like, are you ready for the bottom? She was like, I think you're in the bottom. You're going home. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just sitting there. You know when your siblings' children is doing too much and you like, I don't want to hit them because they're not my kids? That's how I was feeling. I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, here we go again. But when we got to that moment, I was actually getting irritated, but I was really high because Jorgeous, we were about to go to the studio and she pulled out these tiny little fucking blunts and I'm like, oh, that won't do nothing. And she's like, girl.
It did something.
So, people everywhere are like, I don't know how you didn't just turn around and slap the shit out of her. I couldn't. I was too high. I had to take a second to really analyze what had just happened. So I was looking at her because, when we were there, it felt way more longer and drawn out.
Sister, when I was there, I was literally panties, bitch. I was fucking terrified. Normally, because when Mistress started laughing out of nowhere, I said, I started laughing because I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch laughing at now? Because Aja was just getting into how she was feeling about the week before.
I'm over here girl, my life is horrible. She's just laughing. I'm over here like, girl.
Because normally I'm a Mistress apologist. Literally. But in that moment, I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? I was like, I'm uncomfortable right now.
That's when you pushed it too fucking far.
When the stoner has to say something. Yeah, Jorgeous, did you ever have to pull Mistress away and be like, girl, reel it in just a hair?
Girl, no, because regardless, no matter what I say, she's going to do whatever fuck she wants to do. Like the last episode where she had the opening of this episode actually, when we're de-dragging and all this stuff, she was like over it. She was pissed, and I tried talking to her. It wasn't going through to her, and then Irene walked up to me. She was like, "Girl, why don't you go talk to your sister over there?" I was like, "Bitch, I tried. Fuck, there's only so much you could do. Literally, Mistress is her own fucking person, and like, girl, she's unstoppable. Like, you know what I mean?"
Okay, Aja, after that table moment, how long was it before y'all eventually cooled down and were able to like talk through everything?
So it kind of just happened, like the cameras went down, they were like, we're resetting, and then Mistress looked at me and said, "Sister, we just made some good TV."
Oh, she was playing!
And I look at her, and I'm thinking in my mind, is this like serious? I was like, is this okay? Like, do they got medication on set for that? Girl, she had me up. I had to take a second to step back, and I just said, okay. And then mind you, we have to sit through all the RuPaul coming out and talking and all this stuff, and I'm just there like, girl, my heart was racing.
It seems like one of the biggest challenges for you all was to either try to differentiate whether she's being serious or she's joking. But then she says something like, "Oh, that's good TV," and then obviously she's joking.
But I think it would have been better if she said something before, like Gia and Trinity did when they were on Allstars together. They said, "Girl, let's do something." Instead, she's waiting until the cameras are down to be like, "Actually, I was just playing." So I can see why they're getting a little more heated in the moment.
I don't think she was trying to do it in that moment. I think it just, sometimes the moment just sets itself up.
True.
Yeah.
And I feel like, she was just laughing, and I was just like, "You good?" Like, I don't know. I just feel like she's kind of a hood bitch. I'm a hood bitch. And we had to just, if a bitch come on your block and she acting silly, you got to confront her.
Well, I have to commend you for your self-restraint because getting in someone's face and laughing like that and just some of the
riding the line.
It's to me, like watching it, I was uncomfortable. Was anybody uncomfortable? And so it's like lucky that it happened with someone who kind of knows her or is like, whatever, I'm gonna let this kind of slide. Because if it would have been the wrong, I think we would have had our first fight.
Oh no, I was the wrong
Grace.
I was definitely the wrong.
Yeah.
But that was a $200,000 choice.
That's
I had to sit there and say, because I would get disqualified. Even if she started with me, if I swing first, I'm getting disqualified.
Right.
It's like Bad Girls. They're sending me home.
Before we jump back into the episode, Quay from Philly, one of our VIP members, wants to know what advice would you have for Mistress about her character, or did you give her any advice after this little argument y'all had?
I feel like instead of giving advice, because that can seem like you're imposing on someone, maybe in a way that they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What I like to do is just, when I see people are going through stuff, I just try to share positivity.
Yeah.
So, I'll text her, especially when her bracket was on and people was starting with the I hate Mistress stuff. I was like, "Hey, girl, just so you know, I understand you. I went through this shit before. I'm here for you." And I know she probably sitting there thinking, "Is this bitch okay? Why is she being so nice to me?" But I still feel this way I feel. I still feel like, she has some stuff to work on. But one, it's none of my business. And two, all I could do is let her be aware of how her actions affect other people. Absolutely. And then just be kind in return, because I don't know, when people act like that to me, I feel like people haven't been kind to them.
Oh, 100%. And the thing that people need to realize is none of us can control Mistress's actions, but you can control how you react to her actions. And you reacted 100. You let it slide. I would have backhanded her, like you said. But no, you could only control your actions and how you react to it. And I think you reacted perfectly well to it. So let's go back to the show. Okay, so you guys are getting ready for the talent show.
Yes.
Both of you had iconic numbers in your seasons for original talent, your original talent show numbers, especially your last one with the flip and you jumping off a box. Tell me the process for the preparation for this time around and what made you decide what you were going to do.
Well, girl, I was like, what else can I do besides somewhat dance? You know what I mean? All I know is how to roll a blunt and play with this cootie cat.
Play with this what?
Play with fucking cootie cat.
Cootie
bitch.
cat.
But I can't roll a blunt on stage and I can't play with my cootie cat on stage, so I guess I'll
Says
dance.
who?
Wait.
Girl, okay. You know what? Maybe for my next time on Allstars 20, I'll do that.
Your talent for All Stars 11.
Yes.
But Aja, how did you approach it differently?
For me personally, I won the last one that I did, and I was like, all right. To be honest with you, I didn't think I was gonna win that time, and then I did. So I was like, I just need to do something that feels dangerous. And the first thing I thought about was a prop, and I was like, okay, but what prop? What's dangerous? And I was like, machete, and I was like, oh, I could put culture into this. Oh, I can make this very me, make it very personal, but make it very like put a cat. So yeah, that's how I said it has to be me, but it has to be elevated. And what's more elevated than putting your life on the line for drag?
Okay.
I love that.
It's like so hard when you do like so many talent shows. It's like, man, what else can I do next? That's
Right.
gonna like
I did
gag
one.
them. Shit, you did, huh? Well, I guess just me. But yeah, that shit is hard. I'm like, girl, how am I gonna top myself this time around? You know?
Top.
Well,
No, clock it. No, I wanted to ask. This is the first time I think we've seen y'all like watch each other in pairs. Did they do that for your originals? And could they not afford a choreographer for today? What's
my
going
God.
on? Or someone in dance? Just what?
A celebrity
no,
canceled.
I think this was the first time they did that, right? Yeah, I think that you did that. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Shit, that's real.
no,
That's real.
this is the first time they do it like this, where they're actually helping each other out.
It's cute.
You know, like
Oh
in pairs.
yes,
That's
yes,
what- yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all get to pick your partners, or were they assigned?
Oh, we picked our partners.
Yeah, we picked our
Oh,
partners,
I
yeah.
got tea. Hold on.
Oh,
Because Mistress was trying to get me to be her partner. You remember?
Uh-huh.
She's like, Aja, girl. She was like, be my partner. Because then we could continue the story from earlier. And then we win the challenge. And I was like, girl, that's not how that works. I'm thinking over here in my mind, I'm like, this bitch gonna put my ass in the bottom. I'm like, girl, no. She was giving bad juju at the moment. So I had to go find Lydia.
Lydia, yeah.
Because Lydia was the most neutral force in that whole competition. So I said, I need to go to where the neutrality is so I can thrive.
What were you about to say, Jorgeous?
I forgot.
No, that's okay.
That's fair. That's very on brand for you. Let's go back to the show.
I don't remember saying that.
I love that you said you're like, okay, I love that. Okay, really quick, because we do a tens across the board or a chop, but we're gonna do that when we've seen all the talents.
Sure.
What I do want to do right now is, Aja, I want you to tell us a little bit more about the culture behind your talent, because it's Santeria and it's African Caribbean religion, and not many people know about it, and you've used it more than once. You've used it in your runways as well. So I would love for you to kind of educate people about it a little bit.
Yes. So a lot of American people refer to it as Santeria, or like even in the coastal places, even like in Miami up in there. But it's really called La Regla de Lucumi, and that's what they really call it in Spanish. And Lucumi is a Yoruba diasporic word that says family. I think it's we're family, or my friend. I believe it's hey friend, my friend. And it just is the title that we have here because the culture itself sort of survived the Atlantic slave trade, and it got brought into the Caribbean from Africa. And out of survival, the slaves were like, I'm going to pretend to worship your gods, but I'm really going to be worshiping my gods. And they preserved it that way by pretending to be Christian and Catholic because they were being forced into those traditions. Once they started getting their freedoms and they started moving forward, a lot of them started adapting and creating the new diaspora. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a big part of my life. It's something, I don't know, a lot of people don't ever know everything about me. I'm one of those crazy bitches who got like 10 different hats. You know, I be talking to people, I'll be like, yeah, my son. And they be like, your son, bitch, what the fuck you talking about? And, you know, it's just one of those things. I got my godmother hat, which is my like little spiritual religious hat. Yeah. I got my drag queen hat. Hello, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
I got my real girl hat. You know, I got hubby over there. So like, you know, I got a lot of different hats. I do a lot of shit.
Yeah, but we see that it's important to you, and I want to make sure that people understand it and where it comes from, because I can see that it has really taken a place in your drag. And it's good to see that because it's just telling of who you are and where you come from and what's important to you. So it's good to see that, and I appreciate that. But go ahead, you had a question?
Yeah, seeing it showcasing your number was beautiful. Great way to open the talent show as well, Diva. Now, Cynthia told us last week that y'all only got to do the reveal runway once. Did y'all get to do this once or twice?
Also, Cynthia told us a lot of shit.
Yeah, she did.
I love you, Cynthia. I love you, Cynthia. That bitch would not shut the fuck up. If you have not seen, go watch the viewing party. Yeah. The first comment that you'll see is her saying a long ass thank you for having me. I love you all, sisters. And then watch it because that bitch would not shut the fuck up. Anyway, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, how many times did y'all do your talent show number?
Only one time. Yeah.
Well, in Allstars 3, I think I did it 2 or 3 times. I remember I was frantic. My nails had broken off. My corset zipper wouldn't go up. I was sweating. I couldn't breathe. And they were like, one more time. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, please.
Now, props to the dancers because it was the same 4 for everything. Yeah, how long did you have to rehearse with each dancer for your talents?
Baby, like 15 minutes. Like, wait, hold on. I'm lying. I'm a liar. Give me 2 seconds. It was like 15 minutes on camera, and then we had like maybe like an hour. No, not even. I remember it being short. It was like 30 to 45 minutes off camera. So we had no time to teach them. Yeah. I don't know, when they came out and did the number, I was scared before, I'm not gonna lie. When we were doing the rehearsals, I was like, ooh, I'm trying to turn these 4 bricky bricks into like little soft and feminine girls. And girl, when they came out, the way that they was giving it, I said, oh, they was up all night doing all these choreographies. So shout out to the dancers.
They're fierce. Did they give you a budget for each one of your talents? Did they say, here's a budget, this is what you have to spend? Because I know that with like props and stuff, like for example, Bosco, her thing was rotating and stuff and all that. So there's certain things that cost money, right?
Yes,
right.
But I forgot how much it was. We did have a budget, but I forgot.
They said 500.
That's what they told us too.
But okay. I feel like they were like, yeah, beep, beep. Because when they walked in with all them tombstones and they had all this stuff, I was like, girl, what the hell is going on? Like, this is expensive. This is more than $500. Like, I don't know. They were feeling generous. I think they wanted everything to be aesthetically pleasing. And I think that one thing I've noticed about this talent show is that the sets are like setting. Like no shade. Like it's about to carry.
Yeah. And I think that too with Allstars, whether produced around, they never want anyone to look bad, right? Do you think that they ever set it up that way?
Pheromone.
They're real quiet. They're like, Pheromone fall on her own. She did that all by herself, didn't she?
I feel like if you don't want something to be seen, don't put it out there.
Don't put it out there. Yeah.
That's just how I feel. I feel like at the end of the day, you sign a contract, you already know what is given. Yeah. You got to go out there and you got to do your best job at being you. And
absolutely.
If you, no shade, if you have a part of you that's not so sweet, baby, that's going to be up there.
That's gonna be up. And also, Pheromone did look absolutely beautiful in her talent. It's just, besides, she did. No, she really did, right? Okay, anyway. They're like crickets. I love you, Farrah.
Yes. But no, the first 4 were amazing, so let's see what the other 4 are getting.
Yes, can't wait to see. Let's do it. Okay.
Well, yeah.
So we're gonna go through all the talents first.
And then runways.
And then we'll do runways,
Sounds
and then we're going to do 10s across the board, or you gave it a chop. It's one or the other.
No in-betweens, okay?
No in-betweens. Okay. So no in-betweens. Okay, let's start with Bosco. Bosco's talent.
The burlesque reveal.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. I thought it was really good. Yeah, it was a hint of humor, but also just stunning. Yeah. So props to Bosco. 10s.
I'm gonna give it 10s too. Aja?
10s. It was clean.
It was clean, right? That's what I thought. It was
10s,
clean.
It was really clean.
And she looked expensive.
Yeah, she looked expensive.
Beautiful.
She had dancers too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so 10s across the board for her. Irene the Alien.
Chop.
I would say it's a chop.
But do you feel like she redeemed herself from the first one?
Yeah.
I mean,
you didn't have to do much to redeem her.
True. You're right.
I look, I loved that. If she liked it, I loved it. I just wanted to be supportive. So I was just like, yes. It was cute. It was cute for what it was. She looked like the Cheeto Man. Like, she was doing her big one.
At first, she was, at the beginning of the episode, she was like, I'm not going to use no dancers and all that stuff. And then she wanted dancers. So I was like, oh.
She's finna do something.
Yeah, she's finna do something. I was like, oh, she's getting her head. Yes.
Yeah. So one of the things that I noticed and is there's only 8 girls. Usually when there's a talent show, there's like 12, 14, 15, 16. You know what I mean? There's so many. So a lot of these I feel would fall in the middle of the pack. But because it's just 8, a lot of them sucked. They just weren't. If you were to put another 8 girls against these talents right here, there'd be some people in trouble. Irene being one of them. I don't think it was like, damn, I just don't feel it was like, it redeemed.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It was, I like the jokes, and the jokes are funny, but I think she did get in her head a little bit.
Mm-hmm. When she was painting, I was like, is she really painting? And I was like, oh, I don't think she was.
I just feel like this was... off. I just feel like when this little people, it's like everything is so much easier to hone in on and be like, it's easier to be nitpicky and be like, okay, well, this is an obvious high, an obvious low, an obvious...
Yeah. But she looked good though.
She looked so beautiful.
Hot.
She looked so beautiful. It's a chop from me.
It's a 10 for me. I thought she redeemed herself. Yeah, I'll be on the opposite side.
10s across the chop.
10s across the chop. Jorgeous.
Or is it chops across the board?
Chop.
Chops across the board.
Jorgeous, did you say?
A chop.
A chop, yeah.
We love you, though.
Yes. I love you, Irene.
Okay,
and
let's do...
our last girl from bracket 1, Miss Aja. Yes.
I'm gonna give 10s across the board. I do have one question. Was that a real machete? Was it
1,000% yes?
Oh, okay.
It wasn't sharpened because they wouldn't obviously not let me do that.
Right.
But I grew up doing things like voguing with props and stuff like that. It was just something that always was interesting to me. So when I thought, how can I elevate this? I was like, oh, let's do machete. Let's dance with the machete. So no, I could have fucked myself up, actually.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna give you 10s across the board, and I love that you stay true to yourself. What?
Also 10s for me. Was the beginning a little callback to your viral video from?
Yes.
Yeah.
So RuPaul in the first episode, when we had our walkthrough, RuPaul was like, I love watching that video of you performing Shannon. And I was like, oh, gag. I was like, oh, she'd be watching the clips. Yes. And I was like, all right. So when I was doing the talent show, I was like, let me incorporate, many things that make up me, but something that I know that she will like. I mean, RuPaul was living for my talent show. I don't fuck what any of the other bitches was doing. RuPaul she was keying. You saw her, she's like, I said, yeah, girl. Laugh.
I live.
So 10s for me, George.
Mama, that's 10s across the board. Literally, she was like doing her number all across the fucking workroom. I was like, oh my God, bitch, we in trouble for real. Bitch,
that was y'all during a Snatch game too.
Girl, literally though.
I was running around the room in character terrorizing everybody, and everybody was like nervous. So I just kept...
Girl, yes. One thing about Aja, you are so fucking sick, bitch. Like, that number was one of the best numbers of the fucking night.
Okay.
I
agree.
You're so
Thank you. Okay. From Aja's amazing number to Mistress's. No. Why'd you all say, oh, what's wrong?
It's where you
I didn't even finish
girl.
my sentence. I was not going to say anything shady. I was going to be real.
It wasn't a challenge.
No.
It wasn't a challenge
What
to
do we
market
think?
anything.
What do we think?
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
I thought it was cute. Thought it was funny.
Chop or 10s, Mary?
Chop. It wasn't.
Chop,
It
that's
wasn't
what
a
I
sell
thought.
something challenge.
Aja?
Yeah. Thank you, Aja.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little torn because I feel like when they got to the punchline, it was really good. I just feel like there was a big gap. I just thought the beginning was confusing. I was just like, okay, because I don't know. She was talking about she has to lose weight, but Michelle's not even remotely a big girl. And then that was what confused me. But like, you know, the ending was cute.
Yeah.
But I am gonna have to shop it.
Chop. Okay.
Ooh.
Jorgeous.
Okay, so when we were doing the walkthrough, like the talent show walkthrough and all this stuff, I thought it was gonna be like, you know, a lot more than what we saw, honestly, because when Mistress was telling me about it, she was hyping it up, and I was like, okay, you're gonna turn it out. There's not the props here, but I believe you. And she looked good, but my sister, I'm sorry, it's a chop.
It's a chop.
I'm sorry.
I love that you're talking. Oh,
Talent
y'all need to stop.
Invitational.
She's not here. Y'all trying it. Anyway, no, I agree 100% with what Aja was saying. Let's say she starts like a tiny little intro about Ozempic, gets the shot, starts the fierce, sickening lip sync, focuses on that for a second, and then turns it out like with dance or something. It would have made more sense. The cutout, the whole thing, it took too long. And then when I started to enjoy it somewhat, it was done in 5 seconds. And so it was like, so it's going to be a chop. Let's move on to
Lydia B. Collins.
Lydia.
Yes, it was a burlesque Humpty Dumpty. I think the idea was cute. She just fumbled on the execution a little bit. And we saw the things happening or before they were going to be revealed. So, chop for Miss Lydia. Sorry,
Sure.
Eva.
Yeah, sure.
You didn't get burlesque Humpty Dumpty?
No. What did you think, Asha?
Well, okay, so, you know, I think I like the idea enough to give it 10s. I'll give it 10s. It's like a very loose 10s for me. But like, I feel like yes, the execution was crazy, but like you wouldn't even be able to tell. Like, girl, after a blunt, I wouldn't be able to tell because she was so having fun and she was confident. She was having a good fucking day, turning into an omelet.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck else are you gonna see? Burlesque eggs.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I think that's so. I'm going back and forth due to the creativity of it all. It was creative. The costumes were beautiful. The whole Humpty Dumpty on the wall. It was beautiful. Yes, there were like a couple little mistakes. Was I entertained? Yeah. Was I wondering where the fuck is this gonna go? You know what I mean? So I'm on the same fence. Creativity and. Oh yeah, chop. Okay.
Hey, thank you, Miss Jorgeous.
Only because. What was climactic about it? Was it just the changes?
Falling back.
Was it just falling in
Coming
as
out
an
as a
omelet?
yolk, yeah.
And was that climactic enough for you? That's where I'm at.
I mean,
okay.
I've never seen a slutty egg, so for
Right.
me it was a
Yeah.
little entertaining, you know?
Yeah. No, totally.
I just can't think about sexy eggs. Like, that just doesn't go together.
Is she in a pan being cooked? And
That was like my favorite part of the whole thing, not gonna lie. But no, I was like, I love the concept, I love the whole thing, but it was just like the little things. So
Yeah.
I was like, and I was in my head about my own talent show after when I was done. So after seeing Lydia's, I was like, okay, thank God. I said, I said, okay, I'm good tonight.
So-
Listen, I never know. Look, somebody could go up there and look like a fucking fool. Later on, they're like, ladies, the winner is, and we just sitting there like, hello. So like, you never know what they feeling. So for all that, Ru was having a good time watching her.
She
Hell
was,
yeah.
she was.
I can imagine. So was that a chop or a 10?
A chop.
A chop,
Thank
exactly.
you.
Y'all be trying it. Okay, we have to roll through these really fast because I think we're short on time.
Yes.
We're gonna do Jorgeous. Jorgeous.
Tens.
Listen, Jorgeous. I think the talent episode is always one of your strongest.
Thank
I
you.
love watching you.
Oh,
It's just so effortless. It comes so effortless to
Thank
you,
you,
and you just.
sis.
I'm gonna give 10s across the board.
Great job. I'm so glad we finally got a muggy track. Like,
Okay,
finally.
yes.
So 10s across the board.
Yes, thank you, sis. No, I was like, what else can I do? I was like, well, people really like my tweets, so I'm like, might as well just put it like in a song, you know, I guess. And
I guess.
girl, and everyone was using dancers. I was like, I don't want to use dancers now. Like, girl, I'm gonna be looking like, you know, I'm gonna be looking crazy if I use dancers. So let me just freestyle it so nobody else could be messing up. So I don't have to mess up, but I messed up. So, yeah.
What did you mess up?
Well, I had like a choreographer. His name is Howard Johnson. He like taught me like the number, but girl, I fucked fucked it up bad. I felt so bad. I was like, I was just in my head this time.
We didn't
around.
know. You look sickening.
Thank you,
You
sister.
look absolutely beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Right.
Now we're short. We're short on time, so I want to do this group just really quick. Tens
Yeah.
or chop. We'll
Okay.
start with Diabetes.
Chop.
Chop.
Tens.
Tens. Jury is still out. Ginger Minge. Tens across the board. It
Tens.
was super clean, flawless.
I'll give Ginger 10s.
Yeah.
I guess a 10.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
And who do we have left in this group?
I think that's it.
Who?
That's it.
That's it? Did we do all of them? Okay. Yeah, Daya, she looked great. The staple thing was freaky. All right, I'll give her the 10s. I'll give her the 10s. I'll give it.
Yeah,
She danced that whole
She
one.
spilled the coffee all over herself. You know, it was cute.
I
It was
didn't
a
even
gimmick.
see that part in person.
Did you not?
It must have happened so
quick.
fast.
It was good.
I literally leaned over. I said, "Girl, when did that happen?"
Yeah, you did. When Dragula and Drag Race worlds collide.
All right, we can't do the runways right now because we want to go back to the show. So we'll go back to the show, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the runways. So Mikey, let's go ahead and throw that on. Okay.
So we're gonna do the runway,
Yeah.
same way divas, chop or 10s across the board, and we'll start with the divas from Group 1. We'll kick it off with Bosco in the gunmetal liquid satin with the
Baby.
fur coat.
I will say it looks better on TV.
On TV.
It
Noted,
looks
noted.
1,000
Oh, really?
times better.
Because
like,
in person, we were both talking. we were both like, "It looks fab, bitch. How is this silver or foiled?" And then when I saw it on the screen, I was like, "Oh."
So 10s.
So
Tens.
Tens.
Okay.
It's tens now. Well, it was always tens, but she looked
Tens.
good.
She looked absolutely stunning. It looked beautiful.
Our next diva, Irene the Alien, as the Valkyrie Viking lady with wings. Thoughts on that?
I'm not gonna lie. I think everybody looked good. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that to be like democratic, because I don't give a fuck about none of these bitches and what they think or feel. I thought everybody looked fab. Like,
Yeah.
it was probably the best runway I think we had on this season, where everybody was just like up to par.
Yeah.
So I'm giving everybody tens.
Everybody
Clock
10s.
Except for no, I'm just kidding.
Nah,
I'm just kidding.
except for me.
No, you had my favorite runway,
Sister.
and Law had no right to be popping that shit, because that did not look cheap, and it did not look like anything
No.
Plastique has ever worn.
Sister,
No.
you gotta remember, he liked Ginger Minge's first fucking Wicked episode fucking dress. Trust me, I'm not fucking worried about his opinion or whatever at all.
I mean, I'm not worried either. I mean, that bold face, like, "Oh, we've seen this a million times on this show." I was like, "Have you?
right.
Bitch,
Yeah.
what?"
And also, there was, I'm going to actually do the same as you. I think everyone looked absolutely stunning. I really can't think of anyone that didn't look good. The one thing I wanted to say was with Ginger Minge, I really thought it was shady for them to say it didn't have the fashion edge, because if you would have put it on a different body type, they would have said it's fashion because this person is tall and thin, and because she's not built that way, they said that. Because to me, the way it looked on there
Was gorgeous.
It looked beautiful. I would have changed the sleeve, because the sleeve it looked like a lot of fabric, but besides that, what you saying?
They said it was camp.
It was camp. And you know what? I
didn't
feel
see that.
like because Ginger is Ginger, it's like it's an uphill battle for her to do anything that has to do with like fashion.
It was
Yeah.
camp.
It was camp. You see?
It was Lee Bowery. It was camp.
Someone else that the judges didn't live for was Mistress, where I liked it. It was giving Thunderdome. It looked very 3D printed, not screen printed, 3D printed. And I do agree the chains made it maybe just a touch heavy, but I liked it. How did y'all enjoy it?
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it.
I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting here too. I was like, I really liked it. She kind of looked like a final boss in a video game.
Down.
Like she looked demonic. I mean, she came dressed as she is, so it can't. I mean, she really is demonic. She
Yeah.
turned it.
looking at everyone, there's no one that looked bad.
Yeah.
Like no one, right?
The judges were a little off with their critiques, though.
They-
I agree
they
with
were-
you. It was all over the place.
They were nitpicky, I think. They were being a little extra, maybe. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like there's nitpicky, and then there's just like, let's address something here, but not address something there. Like,
Yeah.
And that's when it just boils down to personal taste. And sometimes I just be thinking their taste is kind of questionable.
Or lack thereof.
Yes, or
Well,
Or lack
yes.
thereof.
How do you feel, Jorgeous?
Well, girl, after we lost, first of all, everybody was like living for my look, gagging over my look. Like the girls were living. They were like, "Why would Lost say something like that?"
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, "Okay, at least I'm not the one fucking crazy over here being gaslit, thinking the shit is bad." You know what I mean?
Right.
They putting crack in the water.
Yes.
There's no other explanation. I just don't know.
I just don't know either. No, I thought everyone looked great. No one really looked bad.
No, they all
Yeah,
ate
no.
that
No
up.
one looked really. I think this time around, it's really going to be determined by the talent show, probably,
And
right?
I'm eager to see
Yeah.
what
All
happens.
right, let's see what happened. Let's go back to the show.
Let's get into it. Oh my god.
Work. All right, let's make some noise for Lydia winning that lip sync.
Yeah.
And give it up for Aja and Jorgeous making it to the finale.
Yes! Very, very, very deserving.
So proud of you both.
So,
you.
yeah, tell us how you felt at that moment
Yeah,
that you
please
made it
do.
to the finale.
You know, I felt like a bomb bitch with some bad pussy. You know what I mean? That's how I felt like. You know what I mean? I felt good. It's my first finale out of all the All-Stars that I've been to. I made it to the finale. So it was sickening.
Child, there was a lot going on because first when we came out, I knew they were gonna have to call me a safe, but I thought they were about to put me in the bottom because I was so confused by their critiques. I was like, girl, what the fuck is going on? So when we came back out, I was like, oh, I guess I'm here. And then she was like, oh, y'all made it to the finale. I was like, oh, shit. Hey, like, that's fire shit, okay. I was like, I've never been here before. Hello. Hi, I'm a finalist.
We're
fuck?
excited.
And now, if there's one word to describe, because we also see they're throwing in the twist of Rate a Queen next week, what is one word you can use to describe how next episode is going to go?
Oh my God, don't ask me. Shenanigans.
Okay, yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
Shenanigans, and yes, y'all see.
We'll see.
Yeah,
And,
y'all
oh,
see.
I have a word. It's hello.
Hello?
Question mark at the end?
Very question mark at the end.
Okay.
And how do we feel about that last lip sync?
Yeah,
You being there and seeing it firsthand, were you like, Lydia definitely won that? Or Mistress? Like, how did you guys see
Watching it all go down, we're watching it from behind. So like Lydia, we can't see her face. We don't know what she's doing. So it looked like she was just fucking crazy, you know?
She did a little bit. I mean, it was definitely tough. I felt like Lydia was embodying the song a little bit more. But I felt like Mistress was very entertaining to watch.
Yes.
I honestly I thought Mistress was gonna stay, but then I was also like, I don't know. So when they called it, I was like, okay, work.
Mistress pulled out them disco dance moves for the guests. I said, okay. Old school drag.
She was bucking to Charlie XCX.
It was bucking old school drag style, you know?
I love it. I live it. I breathe it.
I live. I thought Lydia did win that lip sync. Did you guys think Lydia won that lip sync? Did you think so?
I do too. I'm glad she did because I found out that Mistress actually gave her that wig that kept falling in her face. So I
Yes.
think she messed that up. Yeah.
She styled it for her in the workroom. Like, we were literally about to get ready, and she was there, like, you know, giving mother-daughter tea time. I was,
Yeah.
you know, me and George just there, just being nosy.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, what the wig? Oh.
So I did notice one thing that I was a little bit disappointed about. Denali's name was not added on there. I'm like, that's kind of surprising. How do we feel about Carrie Colby and Mistress are the only two names that were chosen?
Each judge should have gotten to pick their own queen. Like,
Carson
Yeah.
in law too, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't think they should have picked
It
like
should have been
double
3 different queens.
Yes,
Yes.
I feel like everybody should have had to pick a different person.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like, yeah.
I agree. It should have
Yeah.
been a different person, and they said moments ago, so I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't think Ross was right there waiting for Mistress to walk off and be like, "That's who I'm putting back in."
Right. Yeah, it's just.
You see,
It was. You know, this is the first. I'm trying to give grace. this is the first time they do it this way, so I'm giving grace for stupid mistakes like this. Because it should have been 3 different girls. If they say Mistress, or like somebody already chose Mistress, choose somebody else. Like, hands down.
Yes, sure.
Because then it just starts to look, like I said, too produced. And we all know it's produced, but it's not supposed to look produced. I'm supposed to think that this is all brand new and nothing's happening. I'm like, work. That's the issue. But
And I know Carrie got 2 of the votes, but if Mistress comes back, it'll look fishy for them. So yeah.
Spooky. Okay, well, Untucked has been groundbreaking this season. So let's go to Untucked. So
Clearly, Mistress is sipping on her drag delusion that she preaches about.
also, and before we go, we're going to do some VIP questions, right? You have one ready.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I just did want to say, because I was on social media for like a second, and I saw some stuff earlier, and people celebrating Mistress getting eliminated, right? And I just really want to tell you that being on Drag Race is a lot of fucking work, okay? And if we're being completely honest, whether you like her or you hate her, she's fucking entertaining. She has given you TV, good TV, and she deserves the credit for that. Because, listen, some of those brackets could have her bracket in particular, that could have sucked. She made that fucking bracket fucking key.
I agree.
She really, really did. Now, I will tell you this, that yes, it's a character and it's strong, but there's nothing nice or funny about celebrating somebody's failure. Do you understand that? It is not a nice thing to do. So please refrain from doing that on social media, because that is some shady shit, and you don't know people's mental state when receiving that, and especially receiving it over and over and over again. Because remember, when you hear things more than once, you start to think, wait, hold on.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Because during that week where me and Mistress stole the points and all this stuff, people were like saying like, "Oh my God! Like, imagine if she's stealing points here. Imagine what she's doing to her friends in real life." I'm like, my friends don't have points that I want to steal from. This is, bitch. This is a fucking competition. Like, we have to turn it on for TV, but like, honestly, watching Mistress on season 15, I saw like a lot of like the people that I grew up around in Texas. Because honestly, Naysha, you know this. Them Texas bitches, they're messy and they do it for fun. You know what I mean?
For fun.
For fun. Bitch, we're bored over there, but it's all in it's a kiki. You know what I mean? And Mistress, like, she's a girl that does it all herself. She does all her wigs by herself. She does everything by herself. And I just commend Mistress so much.
Yeah, you got to
everything.
give credit where credit is due, and she's a great queen. You know, can she use a little bit more finesse and tact sometimes? Sure. But who can't? You know what I mean? Fuck it. It's a good fucking time. VIP question, let's do it.
I got you. While the social media can be exhausting and draining for all the girls, both of you seem to make a good time out of it, and like y'all troll a little bit, and it's funny to see. One of our VIP members in London, Shoriana, wants to ask you, Jorgeous, if the Twitter drama between you and a Cuckoo was ever brought up in the workroom.
It was brought up in the workroom,
Yes.
but we had made up like a year before we saw each other here.
Oh,
But
okay.
we did talk about it in the workroom, and bitch, we laughed about it because, okay, so she wanted to go on Twitter after when I won the Glamazon Prime Challenge. The whole world was fucking shook by that. I don't know why. But she was like basically saying like, oh, if it was me or anybody else, we would have gotten red for it. And then, you know, I had to respond with something quick. If you want to know the lore, you could look it up. But yes, but we talked about it. She apologized and yes.
We're better now.
Yeah, we're better now.
Did you apologize?
No. Yes, we talked about it.
And before we jump back in, you also had a little beef with, well, not beef, but there was a back and forth between you and him, the rapper. He likes to review the Drag Race
Yes.
lip syncs and the seasons and give their opinion on it. How do things stand with both of y'all now?
The what?
How do things stand with both of y'all now? Because there was a little tension at first.
Oh, yeah, so I went to go see Nicole Page Brooks at Mickey's, and he was, like, viewing the show, you know what I mean? And before that, like, I was like, girl, why is this I was gonna say the other word. This gay man reading.
We know what word you're gonna say.
Why is this gay man reading me? And meanwhile, he doesn't do drag. He doesn't put the makeup on. It's a process putting all this on. And I don't know. If you don't do drag, bitch, don't be coming for like the girl.
For the girl.
Yes, exactly.
And we're gonna go right back to the show. But before we do, I know what you're talking about, and this is the thing. We love a good spectator and a peanut gallery, but please do not act like you know better than I do. When I'm the one that gets in the gig, when she's the one that gets in the gig and does everything, because you can claim all you want, how easy, how great, how funny, how this, but until you walk in our shoes, you need to slow your roll and don't come for the queens.
Yes.
That's all. You can say what the fuck you want, give all the critique, but just don't act like you know more than the queen.
Yeah, for sure, exactly.
That's all.
But we talked and we made up and we're cool
I love her.
Yeah.
She's a key. She's a key. She's always sending me messages. She's a good time.
Yeah, she's a good dancer.
And we love her. All right, let's go back to Untucked and get that over with because it's so entertaining. Okay, so I really want to get through Untucked, so we're going to do one more VIP question. So let's do this one really quick. Yeah?
Love to. Aja, it's great to see that you got your sisterhood and you've really accepted and seen your contributions, not just to Drag Race, but to the queer community as a whole with everything you've done. Because you can't tell me anytime a girl's on the stage or her legs in the air, I'm always going to say, is she going to jump from there? Bitch, every time. So Fred Enrique in Puerto Rico once... Oh, wrong one. Forgive me. No, yeah, honestly, Fred Enrique in Puerto Rico wants to know for both of you divas, how hard was it to go back to Allstars, or was it an easy decision for you?
Child, so honestly, it wasn't when I wanted to go back because I had kind of wanted to like physically transform a little bit more, but I kind of had no choice because like they called and I said yes. They called me. I was actually getting ready to go to Miyake Mugler practice, and I was so high. I get the call, and they're like, "So, girl, do you miss the stage or what?" And I was there like, "Yes." And then I got off the phone. I remember looking at my boyfriend. I said, "Oh my God, I just agreed to shit." What the fuck? Then I got the list of shit we needed, and that's when it really set in. I said, how the fuck am I gonna get any of this shit? That was literally when it really set in. So, I'm happy I did it because it really did help me fall back in love with drag. And I feel like when I was getting deeper into my transition, my relationship with drag got very shaky because drag would just make me feel like, for some reason, less of a woman. Not really because of what I think, but just kind of like what society projects onto women like me. And sometimes even my own community. So like, it was really tough. But then I was like, you know what? Let me go do it. Let me go be Aggie, put a wig on, be real stupid. And I don't know. I came back and I was like, bitch, I love drag. I love it. I live it. I breathe it. Bitch.
Baby, we love you. We love you.
Thank you.
Jorgeous, was it an easy decision for you now that you've been on 6 consecutive seasons of Drag Race?
The gag was I was supposed to do UK versus the World with Marina Summers and all this stuff, but I said no because I wasn't ready. But this time around, it was like 2 months after Allstars 9
after Charity.
After Charity. I was in the shower, right, and that caller ID of the producer called. I'm like, okay, let me answer. I'm like, hey, girl. They're like, hey, Jorgeous, how are you? I'm like, I'm good. I'm in the shower. They're like, oh, we could call you back later. I'm like, no, it's okay. What's tea? I'm in the shower. They're like, yeah, so we're like in Australia filming right now. I'm like, oh, are y'all filming like the 2nd season? They're like, girl, we're on the 4th season. I'm like, oh. But they're like, how would you feel about coming back? I'm like, I'll do it. I'll come back. They're like, wait, really? I said, yeah, fuck it. But I love being on TV. This is like what I do. This is like drag. I love showcasing my drag on TV.
It's where you belong.
Yes,
girl.
thank you, sister.
Thank
you both for saying yes. Y'all turned it out.
I love watching you on there. and I will love it even more when this Untucked is over. Can we please finish this?
Oh my God, it's still left?
It's still fucking going. What the f*** over?
Well, yes.
Untucked is over. Oh, shucks. Okay. No, did y'all have a good time tonight? Yes? We still have more. We have a Q&A with our guests, but right now we want to say goodbye to the front bar. Front bar, if you want to join us for Q&A with our guests back here, please come on back over here. We're going to have a good time. And to our subscribers, if you are not a VIP member, then this is where we say goodbye. Please make some noise for the very stunning, the very gorgeous, and super talented Miss Aja.
We're saying bye to YouTube.
Just say bye to YouTube.
And the
We're
front
just saying
bar.
bye to YouTube.
And please keep that going for the stunning Jorgeous.
Please make some noise. She's on a cruise somewhere. She did not get fired. Make some noise for Batty Davis.
Yes.
I love you, Batty. We missed you.
Can't wait to see your BBL diva. Yeah.
Lies. All right, make some noise for Miss Caramel DeVille.
Thank you, divas. And keep that going for Naysha Lopez.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.